Let's talk about some of the most delicious, beautiful, fluffy, sweet fragrances for the summertime. Today, I have rounded out all of the fragrances that I have been absolutely loving during the blazing hot weather we've been having here in Southern California. Oh my goodness, I have not been able to leave the house in a hot minute because where am I going when it's 98 degrees outside? Like, where? I'm definitely one of those people who likes to adjust the fragrances that I'm wearing according to the season and according to the vibe. And right now the vibe has been warm, warm, and warmer. Fragrances have been my recent kryptonite. They've been my recent passion. I have been buying so many different body sprays, perfumes, candles, just anything that's scented. So I figured today I would share with you guys. I would share with you what I recommend if you guys are looking for a new summer fragrance, or a lot of these actually can transition summer to early fall. We've got things in all different price ranges. We've got brands that are more mainstream, easy to access, and we have some that are more niche. You may not be able to find them in most stores, but you can definitely purchase samples online if you don't want to blind buy something. Every fragrance I talk about in today's video will be listed and linked down below for you guys. So let's jump into it by starting off with this puppy. This is the new OUAI Body Mist. This was a long time coming, you guys. I know so many of us have been obsessed with the St. Barts scent. I got into this because of the hair and body scrub that they have in the St. Barts scent, and this is such a good summer scent. I do not own scent strips, but I did have this Factor flyer that they sent me in the mail, and I went ahead and just cut it up into strips. So here we go. Definitely not sponsored by Factor, but thank you Factor for the scent strips. This OUAI Body Mist is so good. It's tropical, it's fruity, but it's not that classic sunscreen scent that I feel like a lot of times people gravitate towards when it comes to a true summer scent. I'm not super into that sunscreen scent anymore. I used to be back in the day, but nowadays something like this is perfect. In terms of the scent notes, you've got tuberose, pitaya, musk, and orange blossom. And I would say this is definitely fruity. It's definitely like a beachy, coconutty, creamy. I almost get some like pineapple or some acidity that could be coming from the dragon fruit that's in it. But yeah, it is so good. I highly recommend something like this for pool time, for beach days, but overall, such a good scent. The epitome of summer. I would say this is like summer in a bottle. The next body mist I want to talk about has been my favorite bedtime scent, especially when it's super warm outside and you want to get into clean sheets and feel very clean. This is the Skylar Boardwalk Delight Hair and Body Mist. This is a scent that I was never crazy about from Skylar in the Eau de Parfum or the Eau de Toilette, like the actual perfume version they have of it. I was never crazy about the scent. I thought it was a little too clean, too almost laundry-like in a way. But I have to say, there is something about this in the body mist that is so good. It's airy, it's sweet. It's almost like a cotton candy mixed with like a dryer sheet. Oh, it's so clean and so good. In terms of the actual notes you've got top notes of watery notes, raspberry, apple, mid notes of coconut milk, water lily, guava blossom, and base notes of cotton candy, vanilla, musk, solar notes, and amber. Most of what I'm getting in this scent is definitely the airy cotton candy. It's super clean. It is a little creamy and milky from the coconut, but it's not overly like lactonic. It does say there's some vanilla in here too, which I get. It adds to that creaminess, it adds to that sweetness, and oh my goodness. You guys, putting this on and then getting into bed, it's the best feeling ever. I will admit this is kind of a pricey body mist considering you're only getting 2.7 ounces. You could definitely get more bang for your buck elsewhere, but in terms of the actual scent, I've never smelled a body mist that smells like this. I've never smelled a dupe of this. I've never smelled anything close to this. So I would definitely get your nose on Boardwalk Delight. See if it's something you think you would like. Again, especially for nighttime. I specifically reserve this for a nighttime scent and I love it. The final body mist I want to shout out before we talk about a bunch of delicious, amazing perfumes. But this body mist actually took me by surprise. I didn't think I would like this one, but this is the new scent from Bath & Body Works. It's called Vanilla Romance. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so good. So in terms of the notes of this one, you've got fresh cardamom, vanilla absolute, and captivating woods. And let me just say, oh, this is good. Okay, so I'm not a big woody girl. Wood has to be done very specifically for me to be into it. I also wasn't 100% sure how I would like that cardamom. I do love a vanilla note. Vanilla in all forms, all types. I'm a vanilla girly. You'll see that in the perfumes we have to talk about shortly, but vanilla does not scare me. However, cardamom, I could be a little weary about, and woods, I'm also a little bit iffy on, and this is done so perfectly. If you guys are looking for a really cozy vanilla scent, one that's definitely grounded in a woody tone, but it's not overly sharp. It's not like pencil shaving-y. It's an earthy wood without going stale, if that makes sense. Like, it's still really warm. It's very skin-like. It makes you feel just cozy. This is a cozy vanilla. I could see this being a good year-round scent, definitely transitioning into the fall time. This is a great scent for that. I've been wearing this to bed the past couple of weeks and I have absolutely loved it. It's definitely very different than Boardwalk Delight. This is clean. This is super sweet. This is airy. This is like linen-y in a way. And this one is just warm. It's woody. It like just makes you feel warm and cozy, like you have a candle lit, like you're watching a Halloween movie. Like, this is very fall time in my opinion. But again, love it for bed. I love reserving a lot of my body mists for bed because the longevity on a body mist typically doesn't hold a candle to a perfume. So I love using it right before bed to make me feel all nice and clean and cozy. But then I wake up in the morning and then I can just spray a perfume on and go about my day, you know? I will admit that Bath & Body Works has been releasing some awesome scents lately. Their fall lineup seems to be really good as well. I can't wait to dive more into it and actually explore more of what Bath & Body Works has in the fall and winter. But this scent, the Vanilla Romance, a great start for them. I am absolutely loving this. Okay, diving into the perfume options now. We've got stuff from all different price ranges, all different categories, all different brands, but I want to start off with top tier in my opinion. This is maybe one of the best vanilla gourmand sweet scents you will ever smell. This is Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. This scent is absolutely incredible. If you're looking for a fluffy, sweet, vanilla caramel, super intoxicating scent, you have to smell this. Bianco Latte is just special. This scent is special. I know there are some dupes out there nowadays, but I'm telling you, the sillage, the projection, the lasting power of Bianco Latte is unlike any other that I've ever smelled. Oh, it's absolutely incredible. In terms of the notes, you've got top notes of caramel, mid notes of coumarin and honey, and base notes of vanilla and white musk. So good, you guys. It's so sweet. It's creamy. This is one of those vanilla type scents that I think you could wear year round. I would be a little bit more careful if the weather is incredibly hot where you are, especially if it's incredibly humid, because this does last so well. You don't want to overspray this, but I will say this is an incredible scent for layering as well. I have used this as a base to layer so many other fragrances I will be talking about in this video as well. And this makes it beast mode. This makes any scent last super long. You get the sillage, you get the scent trail, you get the compliments. Believe me, nothing gets you compliments like Bianco Latte. Another vanilla scent, we're gonna knock out all the straight vanillas up top here because I absolutely love a good vanilla scent. But another vanilla scent that in my opinion is really unique, is a really great price, and is actually actually a celebrity scent. This is the Ariana Grande Mod Vanilla. The bottle on this, okay, I have a love-hate relationship with this bottle. Part of me thinks it looks so odd. Like, this is the oddest, weirdest looking bottle, but then part of me is like, wait, it's kind of cute. It looks very futuristic, very Mod Vanilla. But then, you guys, spraying this on is not the most ergonomic, I will admit. My hands aren't the biggest, so getting this sprayer to kind of, I don't know. I think I still just need to figure out. I've been like adjusting and rotating the sprayer to be like, which way do I spray it on me so I get the least amount directly on my finger? But besides that, I mean, besides the packaging sort of frustrations that I have with this scent, this is a really, really good vanilla scent. Did you guys know that Factor meals are never frozen? I thought they were frozen meals. Okay, anyways. This is a really beautiful, very airy, light vanilla for those of you guys who don't like vanilla gourmand scents. If you were listening to the description of this and you were like, no, Ishani, I don't want to smell edible. I don't want to smell caramelly. I don't want to smell like delicious in that way. Keep your ears perked out for Mod Vanilla, because this one I wouldn't say is like a delicious vanilla. To me, it's more of a clean vanilla. It's more of a Skylar Boardwalk Delight, but a more vanilla version. It's airy, it's pretty. Again, it leaves a really beautiful sillage. To me, in a way, this just feels very clean. It's still distinctly vanilla and it is still sweet, but it's not rich or edible in that way. In terms of the notes, you've got top notes of musk, plum, and pink freesia, middle notes of praline and orris root, and base notes of vanilla and cacao butter. The plum in the top, like I said, does add that slight bit of fruity tartness to it, so it doesn't go too cozy in a way. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't edible. It's not overly rich, but it is so pretty, so clean. Just a really nice, clean vanilla scent. I would go to Ulta and give this a sniff. I also think that Ariana Grande Fragrances is now going to be sold at Sephora. So if you prefer to shop at Sephora, maybe go give this a sniff. I think this is a really good one. Packaging aside, I really like the scent. The next vanilla we've got to chat about is another niche offering. This is by the brand Profumi di Firenze, and this is Vaniglia del Madagascar. This is such a good, get it on a scent strip, Ishani, get it on a scent strip. This is a beautiful, true Madagascar vanilla with a slight floral undertone to it. It's still light, it's still airy, but it's not airy in the way of Mod Vanilla. This one is still vanilla. It's still rich enough to kind of hold its own. Like, you can absolutely tell this is vanilla. This is essentially like a pure vanilla extract if the pure vanilla extract was put in like a slightly floral tea, if that makes sense. Like, imagine you just brewed some green tea and then you add vanilla extract in there. So the vanilla extract is definitely the overwhelming, overpowering scent, but you've got that slight undertone of that earthiness, that floralness that the tea brings. There's no tea in this, but there are floral notes. In terms of the notes, it's a super simple lineup on this one. You've got vanilla, whipped cream, and lily of the valley. And so it's very simple, very straightforward, so pretty. I've heard people describe this almost like the Oreo cream of an Oreo cookie, like just the cream part, and I can see that. It's that light whipped cream that's super sweet, super vanilla, super sugary, and that little bit of like a floraliness to kind of hold it together. The final vanilla scent that I absolutely have to mention, I can't not mention this in a video. This is PHLUR Vanilla Skin EDP. If you guys know, PHLUR had Vanilla Skin in their body mist version. It's a scent that I already own, I already love, and when they released it in an eau de parfum, I was kind of like, do I need the eau de parfum version if I already have and love the body mist? The body mist gives you more bang for your buck. Like, is this gonna be different enough to justify? And let me just say, this is so good. I love this. I absolutely love this. I didn't think I would need it, and I honestly held off for a while, but then I was able to really thoroughly, really properly test this out. My friend Lauren and I went on a little girls trip, and she brought this along with a handful of other fragrances, and I loved going through her stash and using fragrances that I didn't already have in my own collection. And once I got to Vanilla Skin, I was obsessed. I was completely obsessed with this scent. I literally sprayed this on me every day, multiple times a day. This is such a good woody vanilla scent. And again, this is one of those that the wood isn't too strong or too overpowering. I will say, I think this one is a little bit more woody and more rich than the body mist. To me, they are distinctly different. Upon first sniff, you may not think so, but I will say the EDP gives you insane longevity. I mean, I would spray this on me and I would still smell it on my skin hours later. I would get little whiffs of it throughout the day, and I kept turning to Lauren and being like, is that me or is that you? Because something smells freaking delicious. And she kept saying, no, I think it's you. Like, I think it's Vanilla Skin. It is so good. I love this, you guys. In terms of the actual notes, you've got top notes of sugar, pink pepper, and apple, middle notes of cashmere wood, jasmine, and lily, and base notes of vanilla, agarwood, sandalwood, and benzoin. This is a good woody vanilla. Again, it's not too wood. To me, it doesn't feel too sterile, too pencil shavings, nothing like that. It's a nice cozy wood. The longevity on this is great. This scent that this dries down to is great. My nose doesn't go anosmic to it, so I do smell whiffs of myself throughout the day, which is such a pleasant experience. Because you know, a lot of times you'll wear a perfume, but after a few hours you can't smell it on yourself anymore. And I feel like that takes away half the fun of wearing a good scent. Like, of course I want to smell good to others, but I want to smell good for myself. And this one you can smell. This is a great one. I think this was a great release from PHLUR. Very happy with this. Okay, I want to talk about a perfume that was a complete blind buy for me. This was a scent that I just bought online based on other people's recommendations, and I wasn't 100% sure I would like it because obviously, even going based on notes and even going based on other people's recommendations, you never know how your nose is going to interpret a scent. That's why more often than not, I always recommend you guys go smell stuff, go to your Sephora, go to your Ulta, go to your local perfume store, wherever you have to go, and try to smell things before you invest money into it. Perfumes are expensive, so I know how disappointing it can be if you get something that you don't love. However, this one you cannot smell in store. There are no samples available as far as I know, so I had to just blind buy it. Again, I try not to do that. I'm really particular when I actually do that, and this one worked out amazingly. This is the first fragrance from the brand Cirque du Soleil. Yeah, we're talking about the circus Vegas show Cirque du Soleil. They have their Les Parfums that they released. If you guys like gourmands, keep your ears perked up. Okay, we just have to talk about these notes because oh my goodness. Top notes, cotton candy, red apple, and bergamot. Middle notes, you've got butter, popcorn, freesia, iris petals, and base notes of caramel, vanilla bean, amber, and sandalwood. This fragrance takes you on a journey, okay? If you're on a journey through the circus, this is what you would smell. The first thing I get hit with is caramel apple. I smell caramel apple off the top. Then this slowly dries down and I get that kind of buttered popcorn vibe. It's not overly rich or stinky. It's not like classic movie theater butter popcorn where it sort of has a smelly feet vibe to it. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know you're walking through Disneyland, you smell a little something funky and you're not sure if someone just threw up near you or if that was the popcorn stand. You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. That's not the way this comes across. This is still a rich, buttery note. It's not stinky at all. It is still very sweet. And then the dry down is straight caramel vanilla. Like it's a vanilla caramel deliciousness. I would say if any of those scents sound interesting to you, caramel apple, caramel vanilla in the base and a kind of buttered popcorn note in the middle. I know this isn't the easiest perfume to get your hands on. I know you can't get samples and stuff, at least as of now, but if you guys are risk takers, if you're someone who loves a gourmand, you love your edible scents, I would say this is a pretty safe blind buy, in my honest opinion. Again, I don't usually recommend you blind buy a fragrance, but because that's the only way you can get your hands on this, and I do think this is such a terrific fragrance, I was totally shocked because Cirque du Soleil, I mean, obviously they're not known for their fragrances, but this is incredible. And even the bottle is beautiful. It's this fluted glass with this ombre coloring. It's stunning. I mean, the bottle is gorgeous. The scent is incredible. The price is definitely like a niche fragrance price, but I wouldn't say it's obnoxiously high. It's what you would expect to pay for a niche fragrance. And for the actual fragrance, it's so unique. It gives you all the circus vibes. I think they nailed it with this one. This next one has been my signature scent of 2024. I actually had a travel size of this perfume and I used most of it up, and that's when I was like, okay, I kind of want this in a full bottle, and that is the KAYALI Yum Pistachio Gelato. This scent, oh my gosh, you guys. So this had to grow on me. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I bought a travel size when this fragrance launched. I wanna say it was like a year and a half ago now. And when I first got that travel size vial, I wasn't super impressed with it. I was kind of like, yeah, it's pretty, it's nice, but I don't know if it's that special. I used it a bit when I first got it, and then I kind of just let it sit. And then I wanna say like 7-8 months later, I came back to it. And I think that was the trick. A lot of times, if you guys don't know, fragrances actually macerate in the bottle, which means after you spray a fragrance the first few times and you let the open air sit with the liquid that's in the bottle, and over time, the scent will actually get stronger and richer. A lot of those base notes will come out even more, and it actually wears better typically on the skin. So I think letting that travel size macerate before I went back to it actually made me fall in love with it so much more. I freaking love this scent now. It's not what I thought it was gonna be. I will admit, I thought Pistachio Gelato was gonna be much sweeter. I thought it was gonna be much richer, but this is actually a very airy sweet pistachio. I will also admit that the first thing I smell in this is the florals. I didn't expect that. The first thing I get hit with are flowers. And to me, that kind of turned me off initially because I wanted a creamy, rich, ice creamy, nutty pistachio. And that's not what you get with this. So hear me out. You do get hit with sort of like a floral airiness, and then it slowly dries down into more of a sweet, creamy nuttiness, but it's not overly rich or dense. It still stays very light and bright, which to me makes it the perfect summer scent. It's not cloying, it's not overwhelming. I can literally wear it in 100-degree heat and not feel like this is choking me out. I'm gonna pop up all the notes here on the screen for you. This has a million notes, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pinpoint the most important ones to me. You've got pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. I also personally can smell the jasmine and the lily of the valley, and maybe a little bit of that peony that's in that mid note. Like I said, I do get a decent amount of florals out of this, but that dry down with the marshmallow, the vanilla, the cotton candy, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. Again, I would get this bottle and maybe spray it a few times, and if you don't love it, let it sit. Don't declutter it immediately. Let it sit. Months later, come back to it. I know that's annoying, but I'm telling you, there is something to it. When you let that bottle macerate, the liquid gets so much richer, so much prettier, so much like cozier in a way, but it's still airy and light and pretty and delicious. And again, I tried to get rid of this. I tried to use up that travel size that I had. I thought I was gonna be done with it and it's gonna be out of my life, and then I ended up with a 3.4 ounce. So that's how that story went. This next one I want to give a big shout out to. This is one of the most delicious fruity fragrances and most unique fruity fragrances I have in my collection. This is Narcotica Narco Oasis. Oh my goodness, you guys. So Narcotica fragrances are obscenely expensive. I will admit this is a pricey niche perfume for sure, but to me, this is summer in a bottle. This is so, so good. Oh my goodness. It's like a passion fruit, really citrusy, but still sweet, ice creamy scent. Oh my gosh, my nose immediately picks up the passion fruit. In terms of the actual notes, let's just go through the actual notes. Top notes, passion fruit, blood orange, black currant. Mid notes of vanilla, pear, peach, brown sugar, tonka, jasmine, and iris. And base notes of vanilla, sandalwood, musk, amber, and blonde woods. I wouldn't say this is an overly woody fragrance by any means whatsoever. Primarily, I am getting that passion fruit citrus, and then I'm getting that vanilla creaminess, and then it dries down to kind of a vanilla sandalwood. Oh my gosh, I don't know. This is the most unique citrus I've ever smelled because it's not like an orange, it's not a tangerine, it's not lemon. And I would honestly say the vanilla takes the back seat. This isn't overly sweet in my opinion. It's more acidic than it is sweet, but it's not overly acidic. I don't even know. This is just so good. Another absolutely beautiful, edible gourmand scent that's not overly vanilla or overly sweet. This is by the brand Nobile 1942. And the name of this scent is La Danza Delle. I know I got that wrong. Yeah, I know I got that wrong. It's Italian. I got that wrong for sure. The bottle is incredible. It is like debossed, embossed, something. It's got like all the just gorgeousness. The cap is beautiful. Stunning, stunning packaging on this one. And this is a fragrance for those of you guys who like a fruity, sweet, light fragrance. To me, I get caramel apple. This is straight caramel apple. This is that candied caramel apple that you get at the fair. It's not the full circus experience like you get out of the Cirque du Soleil one. This one is just the caramel apple. You're not getting the buttered popcorn. You're not getting any of that. You're literally just getting caramel apple. It is sweet. It is fresh. It's almost like I can bite into that red apple. Like I see it, I sense that apple and I bite into it and that caramel just dripping. Oh, it's so good. It's just sweet and pretty, and that caramel that I'm smelling doesn't go stinky. It's not too rich or earthy. It's still very light and bright. As far as the notes, you've got top notes of red apple and bergamot, middle notes of cinnamon and cedar, and base notes of vanilla, coconut, and musk. To me, this is another pretty safe blind buy. I wouldn't, again, recommend you blind buy any fragrance, but if you like candied apple, if you like caramel apple, likely this is gonna be delicious to you. I can't see anybody disliking this. It feels like a more elevated, grown-up version of like Bath & Body Works Country Apple. It's something I think we all kind of have some sort of scent memory tied to, a nice apple scent. It's so good. How long can Ishani sit here and talk about different scents? All freaking day. We have one more to talk about and then I'll let you guys go. This one is definitely the most unique scent out of everything here. This one isn't particularly edible. This one actually leans floral, which is very different for me. This one is the Parfums de Marly Delina La Rosée. Hear me out on this one, okay? I know that with Delina, you either love it or you hate it. The classic Delina is your typical kind of like lychee rose scent. Very delicious. I don't own the original Delina, but I do like it. But the La Rosée version, out of all three that they have, this one is the best in my opinion. It's the most unique. It is so beautiful, especially for the summertime. Oh my gosh. This scent is also a powerhouse. One spray of this, oh my gosh, it goes so long. Parfums de Marly don't play around. They do not play around. It's like in my throat. Hold on. It's like in the back of my throat. Oh my gosh. Okay. This stuff is so good. Just don't take a giant whiff through your mouth the second you spray this. That was my mistake. As far as the notes, you've got top notes of lychee, pear, bergamot, and pink pepper, mid notes of Turkish rose, watery notes, peony and floral notes, and base notes of white musk, woody notes, and Haitian vetiver. The best way I can describe this is it is like a very clean, very airy rose linen scent. If you guys like the idea of putting your fresh bed sheets, your fresh white bed sheets into the washing machine and then throwing them in the dryer and putting in like a really clean linen rose dryer ball in with your white sheets, then taking it out and putting it on your bed and just taking a giant whiff of this clean, rosy, airy scent. That's what I get out of this, okay? It's so good. I don't even want to say it's delicious because there's no vanilla or caramel or anything edible in it. It's just pretty. To me, this is pretty girl. You are that girl. You are wearing a mini skirt. You've got that floral outfit on. You are just pretty. To me, this is just airier than the original Delina. It has a lot more rosiness. It's just so gorgeous. I don't know how else to describe it. And the lasting power on this, you guys, I don't have any fragrances in my collection, and this is just hand to God here, all right? No fragrances in my collection last like Parfums de Marly last. There is something that they do with these fragrances that make them last an eternity. If you spray this on your clothes, you will never not smell this on your clothes, okay? And even if you spray this on your skin, you will smell this on your skin for at least 24 hours. I sprayed this on one day. I took a shower that night. The next morning, I could still smell it on my skin. Post shower, if you don't like long lasting scents, definitely be wary of this brand in general, but I freaking love this scent. Okay, you guys, there you have it. Those are all of my absolute favorite scents for the summertime right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey through different scents. Please let me know what your favorite fragrances have been recently in the comments down below. Have you guys tried any of the ones I talked about? Are you going to try any of the ones I talked about? Let me know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. It means so much to me, and I will talk to you guys in my next video very soon. I'll see you then. Bye.